So, yeah, beeline straight towards him. A little bit out of breath because she kind of sped walked. Like, oh, we might have an issue. Also, hi. Also, we might have an issue.
We return to the adventuring party.
Okay.
Sneak around. Sneak.
Okay, they're coming.
Run away. Run away.
That's the first time I've just like had fun with a match in a long time.
Okay. We open up as in a dingy dungeon-like exterior. The only light being the light of torches every few dozen feet. As a small framed man is dragged by his feet, opening a cell door and thrown against a chair in a dimly lit room, with only the center of the room being provided any light from a small window above, almost 100 feet above the chair that the small fair man is sitting in. The man was, by all extensive purposes, far more handsome than most of his kin. Clean-shaven indicated he was a man of piety, which would normally get him stoned in many Faerun communities. Clearly disheveled by his rough handling, he looks around to see a woman, attractive, but her beauty marred by multiple facial scars, short haircut, and a heavy suit of armor. As she steps in, where are they? I don't think I know who you're talking about. Can I get a... Where are they? You know exactly who I'm talking about. Right. I assume you can't read? I certainly wrote everything I knew about them in my best-selling novel. It's lies. Right, and you would know that because... As she slams her shield down upon a table near his chair, revealing the insignia of the faith of Helena, the queen of order, the goddess of law. Right. I take it I'm in trouble. Only if you lie to me. All right. Where should I begin? At the beginning. Oh, so... a long time ago. Got it. As his words start to fade into imagery, the scene shifts dramatically as the camera pans through a wall and into a beautifully lit afternoon meadow, just outside of a small hilltop town surrounded by oak woods. Let me unmute everybody. You chuckle fucks. As the meadow is being decorated quite extensively with streamers and flowers, and tables are being set up. A small stage has been constructed by some of the men. As for all of you, you know this to be your sister Feather's wedding day, whether she likes it or not. It is a celebratory day for the Hycro family. As we're going to start with all these, with all the many townsfolk, members of both families milling about. Leopold.
Hey.
What would you be doing to assist in the decorations and preparation?
I'd be on the food, man. Just the catering and a little partaking here and there while I'm cooking out and making the sandwiches, and it's going to be a nice spread, man.
Describe Leopold for the rest of your family members.
Oh no, I forgot. Gosh, didn't know there'd be a test. It says, he's, I don't know, just a regular dude that's it's pretty strong. Likes to go barefoot a lot, just very down to earth, very religious, and always hanging out with his goth girlfriend. But he's one of the younger ones. He hasn't fully grown out hair yet, but he helps out whenever is necessary. Sorry, it wasn't better.
Oh no, you're good. I'm eating while I'm running this, by the way.
That's fine. Me too.
Makes sense.
As you're helping out, putting down a lot of the food, you probably helped bake some of it. Relatively considered to be a more feminine activity by most of the men of the community, but you get a pass. You're masculine enough as it is without needing to display generically masculine traits. Your family is more than understanding of the kind of person you are, and they love you for who you are.
Nice.
As walking over, strong-chested, taller than you, currently wearing some of his finest clothes with a small cape wrapped around like a sass almost, wrapped around his chest and over one shoulder, flowing off a bit, with some medals and a very, not a crown per se, but just a circlet of iron. No jewelry, no gold, no silver, just an iron circlet wrapping around his head. His dark purple hair combed back. Your father approaches with a somewhat uninterested smile. A smile of someone who's in a good mood, but not for any specific reason. Leopold, I assume the food's coming along nicely. Need to impress the other family. We're supposed to provide all the food for it.
Yeah, no problem, Pop. Got top of the line food, fresh fruits and vegetables, and I didn't bake anything in this time, so you don't got to worry about that.
Good. Ugh. Don't need another fiasco.
It was funny.
Offense. It was funny. I'll give you that much. I have another job for you, though. Your sisters can more than handle the catering. He scratches the back of his head. This is clearly something he doesn't want to ask you to do, but feels compelled to. Can you go invite and bring Brian, please?
Dude, I got this, Dad. And then he just goes off.
Be careful. As he kind of just stands there awkwardly for a second. One of the caterers, like a servant, is just staring at him for a second, and he looks at, well, what are you looking at? Get back to work. You were in Ohio, yes. Worse than Ohio, you were in Brazil.
Oh no.
I'm sending the entire party to Ohio. As you, Leopold, you start walking back to town. The meadow's not too far out of town. You'd like to spend your time out here a bit. As then you take your time. You rush towards town. You stop to smell the flowers. What you doing?
Nah, I mean, it's important to Pop, so I'm just beelining it. Not going to take any sidelines because even though I'm kind of chill, I get things done, and I think that's part of what the family appreciates. So it's not like a hurried pace, but it's kind of a steady beeline pace.
Yeah. And as you guys are heading, as you're heading back to town, you see heading in the opposite direction towards the meadow are your brother and sister Locke and Morrigan, kind of just in the middle of conversation. We will pick up in the middle of that conversation, right where Leopold would be close enough to hear what you guys are talking about. What are you guys talking about? Putting you on the fucking spot. Unmute yourself, you dick. Did they say one moment?
I could not hear.
Couldn't understand them.
This is a riveting conversation.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Oh, they muted themselves again. I thought they were on mute now.
7. Your character is doing shit. You monkey.
You're the monkey.
Yeah, but I'm a better monkey. He's just a retarded monkey.
You're not a monkey. You're an ape.
No. I'm a monkey. Let's be real here.
You're right. You're not smart enough to be an ape.
Exactly.
7, your character's doing something.
I'm good now.
Oh, you're good now?
Jacking off or something. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I just didn't.
But explain how long you were muted for.
I was done my room. I went to get snack.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So you and Morgan are like in the middle of a conversation, walking to the wedding grounds. So we're picking up in the middle of that conversation as you guys will see Leopold walking towards you guys.
So,
So me and Morgan are talking about something. Sorry, it's been a while since I went through my character stuff, so I've kind of forgotten about his personality and shit.
Same. I'm just gonna make it up on the spot based off of what I remember.
Yeah, me too.
I got all my notes in front of me.
same.
You prepared notes.
Yeah, and I even shared it in the one of the channels.
Yeah, there's a whole document Ken made that listed every life event you guys went through.
Yeah, no, I have it. I haven't looked through it all yet, but anyway, continue doing the thing.
Yes.
Morgan, I'm gonna initiate. You're the one that you're the one that start. You start, Morgan. You start.
So, how have you been?
We're in the middle of the conversation.
You guys are in the middle of a conversation, not the beginning. I'm really.
It doesn't matter. Just continue the scene.
Okay, it doesn't. Okay. You guys were talking, and then you noticed Leopold.
You guys are so awkward. He laughs.
Morgan, like, kind of like swoops in on Leopold, pulls him into a hug.
Oh, yay! And hugged her back. So excited to see her.
How have you been?
Yeah, no, food's going along great.
Yeah.
Huh?
Where are you going? I thought you were doing food stuff.
Yeah, no, Dad wanted me to get Brian, drag him back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you want company?
Nah, I got this, sis. You two go on ahead.
I mean,
You guys should totally go with her and go with him anyway.
Yeah. Would Morgan have like anything she's technically supposed to be doing at the moment?
Really, you're just supposed to get there and look pretty.
Okay.
No.
You know, I mean, got nothing else to do. Might as well come with you. Moral support and all that stuff.
All right, cool.
I might as
Continues
well
the
follow.
journey.
Yeah, Morgan like turns around and starts following Leopold.
I'll walk with them.
Brian,
Yeah.
you've had your own house for a little while.
Yeah.
Had your own job, your own life.
Yeah.
Don't be weird.
I'm practicing dark magic in my basement.
Don't get me wrong.
Is that what kids are calling it these days?
This character is actually this character is actually Charles Darwin.
Literally just not okay. Not mentally
you're
okay.
making ice in your basement. Making military grade weapons in your basement.
Literally, yes.
Charles Darwin did that. I'm not kidding.
Nice.
He
I
tried
respect
making like guns and tanks in his basement.
Afro-American.
But what would Brian be doing at this very moment? What describe him and what he's doing in his surroundings and what the inside of his shitty little house looks like.
Is this about like midday?
Middle morning.
Good morning. Okay, he's probably making himself some tea.
And what does he look like?
Brian at the moment is just wearing like simple, like common everyday clothes, nothing important. He has a mustache and goatee of pink hair, a very it's not asymmetrical, but it's a very weird looking face. He kind of has a just this like he's very ugly. He's not very attractive in any way. He has like the short pink hair, rather thin eyebrows and orange eyes. He has he is of like
You came
he's not
prepared.
he doesn't have a very strong build in any way. He's in no way like super skinny and weak. But he's a little more on like the weaker side of like an average build for a man in his age. He has 2 earrings and the top of his right ear, both like brass color. And apart from that, he's just kind of taking it easy. Being pretty chill, just having a good day, making his tea peacefully without any issue.
There is as with that depiction of your character in mind, there is a knock at the door.
Hello? Bro, you there? Hey,
I'm ignoring it for a second.
you there,
I
bro?
kicked down the door.
I think he's there. Bro!
I walk
I'll
over
kick down the door.
slightly and I peek my head out. I assume there's like a window that I can see the entrance to the door, and I peek my head out a bit.
Uh-huh.
I notice it's them.
Bro, hey, you there? I think he's there.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, hello.
Chances are he's
How?
I
Hi.
walk up to the door and I open it. And I just kind of stand there staring at all of them, expectingly.
Hey, bro, what's up?
I'm just gonna just give him a hug.
Okay, you give him a hug. He doesn't hug back. He doesn't react whatsoever. He's just. Alright, spill it.
Really lifting you up off your feet.
Alright, put me down.
Paul wants you to come to the wedding.
Is this a request or an order from him?
Probably both. A little bit of A, a little bit of 2.
It's an order from father or request from us.
Let me finish my tea first, and then I'll come.
And then you'll join us after that?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Cool. He's good for it.
Oh my God! I completely forgot my character was racist.
Is it?
I'm going through everything, and I'm just trying to get all my character done.
Based.
Is there a way
Sorry
to
about
like
that interruption.
see how truthful?
Roll me an insight check.
Okay, how do I actually do that?
I have your
Is
character
this-
sheet, right?
Yeah, I have my character sheet, but like,
Okay, you roll 2d8 plus the
okay.
plus the bonus that you got from
Insight. That's.
Do I need to roll anything?
Is that before or after the forte?
Okay. Do you have an insight in lie? Do you have a forte in lies?
Me?
Yeah, you. Do you have a forte in lies? Insight lies. Do you have that forte?
I don't. No, I don't. Never mind.
Then you do not add your forte. It's before forte, not after forte.
Okay. That's +5. 20. Wait, no. Hold. So, do I add them all together for like the total roll, or is it the higher of the? How's it? I don't know how.
Yeah, you roll both. You roll both dice. You add them together. If you roll,
Okay.
if you roll an 8, you roll another. Hold on. Am I just realizing I don't have a roll 20 for this?
No, I'm in
You
roll
do
20.
have a roll. Oh yeah, no, there's a roll.
It still has all the
There is a roll
drawings that
20.
we did last time.
Yeah. Okay. You use the roll 20 for rolls.
So what did you get?
Give it a whole second to. So I got an 8 and a 6. So I roll another d8.
Yeah. If you roll an 8, you roll another d8.
19 plus 4 is 23.
Do I need to roll anything in response to this?
Are you like out of character? Are you being genuine?
Yes.
Then no, you don't need to roll anything. They're just rolling to determine that you are being genuine because they don't trust your ass. I wonder why.
I fully respect and understand this. I'll say that you, because of the role you got, you know that Brian is, he is reluctant to follow, to listen to his father, to listen to our father, unless it is an order. Like if he is actively For the most part, I should say. For the most part, if it's in order. There are some, and one of the main reasons why he's not living with the family anymore is because he did not follow his father's orders. This is something that he is very much like stuck up with his father about. But if he's just telling him to go and make appearances, he's not gonna make a big fuss about it. He's not an idiot. He's not going to die on a hill that's not worth dying on. So in that sense, you get the sense that he's most likely going to show up. There's not a big chance that he won't show up.
Morrigan just smiles politely and at him. Thank you. Enjoy your tea.
Right.
No. Yeah, sorry. Apparently my character sheet didn't fucking save, so I have to re-add the
No.
fortes.
That's a bitch.
Oof. Actually, did I put any of my fortes in? No, I didn't. Oh shit. How many fortes do I get again? At this level?
3 at start, I believe.
You guys get 4 because you're human.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, baby. That's what this was all about.
let's go! Yeah!
How do we know if a forte is selected?
I fucking love more fortes.
You just write which forte, like in the skills section of the book, it lists what fortes there are under every skill.
Right.
And on your character sheet, you just have to list in that little bracket on the skill what fortes you have. So if I ever ask, for a specific forte, like perception sight, and you have the sight forte for perception, you can roll with the extra bonus instead of the regular bonus.
Okay, yeah, no, it's just, it has grades, the forte column, before fortes and after fortes, and sometimes there's a difference there, but the forte column is always blank, so.
Yeah, so you just fill those in yourself manually.
Okay.
I don't think we actually ended up doing fortes in.
Yeah.
I must have forgotten to do fortes. Not a big deal.
Okay.
As we cut ahead to after you grab your tea, you've probably taken absurdly long period of time to do so.
I do. Oh yeah.
Word.
I am living my best life over here. But you guys all wait for my ass.
As by the time you're finally ready, you lock up. You guys start heading towards the meadow, and the first person who would notice this slight change in atmosphere is Morgan. Normally, the town is excitable, especially on a day like this. There's a wedding just outside of town. People would normally be in a very cheery, celebratory mood, right? But there's an air of caution, of anxiety hanging low over the town. Some townsfolk are rushing from place to place instead of taking their time. Few people are stopping to chat in the street. And then you see probably why. A group of individuals, their exact race is a little up in the air, wearing heavy armor, robes, like cloaks and robes over and under the armor, not strictly uniform, but close enough in design that you can tell that they're a group. Every single one of them wearing frightening-looking mask. Something horrid. One of them has a mask that looks like a twisted, gnarled rat. Another one, a cephalopod, Cthulhuoid tentacles rolling down off of a mostly blank face. One of them has the snarling, twisted, centipede-like face of an apophide dragon. One has the carved look of rage, an angry ogre in the midst of a berserk. Am I echoing through Seven's? No, I'm not. Okay, never mind. I thought I was echoing through Seven's mic for a second. That would have been funny.
Sad moment.
As they are going door to door, knocking on people's doors. When they answer, asking them some questions. Occasionally, one of them will walk in, and the rest of the group will move on to the next home. You see several groups of these walking through town. Roll me a theology check.
Theology. I need to find it on the list of things.
Roll on the roll 20 if you can.
Yeah, no, I'm just finding the...
The best way to do that, in my opinion, is to go and open up the advanced dice roller
Yeah,
and set it to 2d8 and then hit the exploding option to separate and then just plug in whatever your bonus is on your character sheet.
yeah. I know, I'm just looking for the stats specifically. That was all.
Yeah, we're on the character sheet to find that.
Yeah, it's all the way at the bottom. Oh, okay. That's 25.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
It does not take you even a moment's notice to realize that this is several dozen members of the Church of Aulus. The town probably does not need to be worried, but you and Brian should probably fuck off.
The question is, how do you spell the god's name?
Oliss. Aulus is the god of bounty hunters, sheriff, and bounty hunters and sheriffs. He's the god of lawbringers and frontier towns, but more specifically, and more catering to what you would know him as, the god of mage hunters. His clerics are very, very well renowned for finding and removing mages wherever they find them.
Well, shit. Can she look around and see if her father is anywhere?
No, he's back in the meadow.
And this is in the town.
No, this is in town.
How long does it take to get? So from where we are right now, how long would it take to get either to the meadow or to like Brian's house? Like, which one would be quicker?
The meadow's about 30 minutes away. Brian's house is literally less than 5 minutes. You guys just left there. It doesn't seem that anyone else is like none of your other siblings. They're all like just talking amongst each other. None of them have like noticed the Elysians quite yet, or the air, like the uneasy air in town.
Is Brian with them at this point in time?
Yeah, Brian's with you guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm with you guys now. I've caught up.
Okay.
Once you were ready, this is where we're leaving.
She's just gonna like sort of nudge Brian and like just let him know who these people are. Just warning him.
How do you do so?
Just like a little like.
What I mean is,
what do you say to me? What do you say to me?
What are the actual words you say?
You see those people in the weird masks?
Yeah.
That is some bad news. They are worshippers of the god of basically mage hunters.
My eyes slowly kind of look over to you. Still, my face facing towards them. Then I look up, my eyes slowly turn back over to them. And like a fucking shit disturber smile starts curling up across my face.
Morgan already has her head in her hands and is regretting her decision. Don't do anything stupid.
Hey, what are you two
No.
talking about?
Nothing stupid at
Just-
all.
Okay.
Talking about
Okay.
not disturbing anything during the wedding, you know. And there's like just a meaningful like glance at Brian, like, please don't do anything dumb. And if at all possible, just gonna like subtly like hurry the group up to getting to the meadow.
What do I know about mage hunters?
Roll me theology.
We. All right. My theology is.
Dog shit.
Yeah, no, I'm rolling at a 0, just straight roll. Okay.
Is the bonus the before Fortes column or the after Fortes column?
It's the before fortes unless you have the forte.
I get a 10.
You don't know really anything about Aulus, but you do know he doesn't like mages.
Do I know? Maybe not, but do I know if they have any ways of magically detecting if somebody can cast spells?
Shit.
No, but you do know that you don't know what they're really able to do. You know that Aulus is a god of fire and light. Other than that, you don't really know much about him. You never really took the time to learn. You know that the enforcers aren't really popular out here in rural communities like this, so you're expecting to never really run into any.
Do I have lastly, do I have any magical stuff or like wizard stuff at my home that they might search through?
I don't know. That's up to you, you heretical son of a bitch.
Oh, in that case, I would probably have something deep in like my basement under like lock and key. But all of that would be like heavily hidden away because I'm actively trying to hide all that shit from my father. So it would be a very tough time for them to find it.
Do you guys let the rest of the family know?
Probably Morrigan wouldn't. She doesn't want them to like worry. Well, she's gonna tell father, but they're not there yet. So
Are there any like public recreational areas where you could just like sit down and lie down or something? Or like in the city or in the town, like where I can basically just watch them walk by and pretend to like just be interested and look.
You are in a population 700 tiny little fucking like community. You can lie down wherever the fuck you want.
Okay, I'm just gonna like sit down on like a bench or something on the side of the road and just kind of watch them pretending to be like curious after all. Well, not even pretending because I am just curious as to how they do things and I'm just like mentally jotting down everything that they do and how they do it.
Yeah, so
I'm not hiding the fact that I'm curious.
you guys head You guys are heading towards the meadow, and then Brian kind of just stops and starts kind of leans up against a fence post and just starts watching these weird guys, drawing their attention to the rest of you.
No, I just kind of say, "Oh, you guys go on without me."
I'm gonna grab your arm and just say, "Come on, you're not going back alone."
I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Don't grab me again.
Let's not get into a
You go
fight.
back with him. Leopold, go back with him. Make sure he comes back.
I won't do anything stupid. You know me.
Yeah, that's why they're worried. They do know you.
That's
Precisely.
the problem. We know you're not doing something stupid. We know you don't do something stupid if you're going somewhere. It's important.
I'm just standing around. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, I thought you said you were leaving. Like you turned around.
No. I'm just kind of like, you guys go on without me. I'm just gonna stay behind.
Oh. So Leopold, stay with him.
All right.
No, I don't want anyone around.
Okay.
Good. I'm glad we made this clear.
Leopold sits down and just plays with the grass, the blades of grass.
Like makes flower crowns or something.
Yeah.
You wonder why I live on my own.
Because you got kicked out. There is really nothing to wonder about that one.
Born. It's stop being edgy, bro. You just got kicked out because you were being a dick.
I just kind of smirk and continue looking at them.
Well, I have places to be. Don't do anything insanely stupid and get yourself killed. That would be unfortunate. And then she turns and just keeps on heading back towards the meadow.
I've just continued to look away the whole time. I'm not paying attention to her.
Okay. As the rest of you head back, Leopold.
I thought I hung back with them.
Oh, you were hanging back? Okay.
Yeah.
In that case.
But he was trying to be subtle, like he wasn't part of him. He was over here doing his own thing.
Okay. Locke.
Yes.
You did notice before you started heading back with Morrigan, the Elysians. Though you saw a lot of those back in Bale when you went on your pilgrimage into the temple of Pelgan. You can roll me theology to know how much you know about them.
What dice?
2d8 plus your modifier.
2d8. 8d8 is the diamond shaped one, right? Oh, that's horrible. 5.
We rolled a 10.
Oh, hold on. No, you add what's your bonus to theology?
I don't know.
All right. Can you send me your sheet again?
My what?
Your sheet, your character sheet.
The link to your sheet.
I didn't make one.
Oh, god damn it.
I got too busy with school and just kind of forgot to make one. And
Oh,
then forgot it existed for a long time.
Monkey, shame your friend.
We'll say it's 12.
So,
That's fair.
Hold on. I swear. No, 12 would be very high.
Well, he rolled a 10, so
Oh,
an
I
average
rolled-
modifier of
I rolled
2.
a 3. I rolled a 3.
Oh,
hold on.
I guess you didn't
I
roll it
rolled
in
a 1 to 2.
a Jordan and roll 20.
Where is it? Ashen Knights.
What was roll 20?
Doyle, Feather, Morrigan. No, I've got Locke's character sheet right here. Hold on.
Wait, but I never made one.
Well, he made one, I think,
Yeah,
for you to modify.
We did make one. Here, hold on.
Oh,
You probably just never saved it on your end. Here.
probably never did. Sorry about that.
Your bonus is
Wow.
total 6. So what did you roll? What was it?
So
What was, you rolled a 1 and a 2?
Yep.
Oh, well, that 1 counts as a 0, so you rolled a 2, so you got a total of 8. So, so what you know is that the Church of Aulus is one of the 5 enforcer churches. Pelgan is not an enforcer, but he is married to one of them. He's married to Helena, the goddess of law.
Mm-hmm.
You know a lot more about Helena. You know Aulus is unceremoniously and kind of insultingly referred to as Helena's lapdog. You know that he's got a bounty hunters, mage hunters. They're not very well liked, but as far as you are concerned, they are a very necessary faith. Like, you know, they're the people that go out and chase down criminals far out of city limits. There's one thing you do know that your other siblings probably don't know, that you would have witnessed yourself. Weirdly enough, despite their relationship to the goddess of judges, Elysians is literally against their faith, like literally a doctrine of their faith, that they are not allowed to give trial to criminals. If they find you to be guilty, personally, they are sheriff, judge, jury, and executioner. Elysians are the kind of people that if they catch a bread thief, they stab them in the throat in the middle of the street and then warn everybody else to behave. There is no such thing as fair trial. There is just dead. And that dead is the response to every crime.
I am the law.
Literally, yes.
Yeah, Judge Dredd.
Yes.
I made it up.
Yeah. Where's your proof? It's called I made it the fuck up, Jim. So, you might be a wee bit worried about. It's up to you to determine how you feel about a bunch of Elysians. How would Locke feel about a whole bunch of Elysians being in town?
Sorry, Mo. I don't think my character would be against it. Wait, 1 second. I have to read through some stuff. So my character does have magic, right?
Your character has. It's not magic. It's
Okay.
It's mysticism. You are a cleric of Pelgan, which means that you have divine power granted to you by the god of civilization.
Okay.
It is not the same thing as magic. Magic is power that you pretty much that you just grant yourself, like you learned power that you yourself have. That it does not require the assistance of any kind of god or masters or rules that you need to follow.
What me and Mark can have. We just decided ooga booga and then got superpowers.
Basically.
I want to be God, actually.
I was gonna read the
Basically.
marks.
Basically.
The mark is the magi means you can read out as being touched by anyone. You can read out as being touched by magic to anyone that examines you with any form of magical sight. Oh, I see. This is course viewed by an inquisitor. I know about the mark, right?
You do know that the mark is some. Roll me an occult check.
No, I know that I have the mark.
Oh yeah, you know that you've been warned a little by your father at one point that mage hunters might mistake you for being a mage because your father was a mage, which means that you've got some magic in your blood just naturally. It's in there somewhere, bro. So those who are like able to detect magic might think that you're a mage. It kind of depends on how long they take to try to figure that out.
Okay, so
Yeah, Leonard's in the same boat. He's got the mark as well, I think.
my character would be uneasy, but not worried.
As you're walking back with Morrigan, how does Morrigan feel?
She is, if she is very much on edge, and isn't, she doesn't exactly want to die because she is, a mage. A shocking revelation there. I am aware.
I thought for sure you were suicidal. What's up with that?
And she is keenly aware the glowing halo on her head probably isn't going to help things. So she is going to take this to her father as soon as she can, and probably, depending on how he reacts, that will gauge whether or not she, is truly panicking or kind of thing.
Yeah, the meadow, for clarity, is full of tents and stands and various campfires, and more than half of the town's like regular human population is out at the wedding grounds, like pre-game celebrating and looking forward. And you haven't seen your sister, and you're not supposed to, by our technicality. You're not supposed to see the bride until the wedding day. But you haven't seen your sister since last night. She very much so isn't interested in going through with this, but she's willing to because it's it's family. She tried getting out of it. It didn't work. She'll put up with it. It's not like she has to love the guy. As you get to the edge of the fairgrounds, and roll me a perception check.
I can do that. I just need to find where that is. He
said "unga bunga" one day and really meant it.
Ouchies!
Damn. Okay. Okay, never mind.
Do I roll perception?
As you get to the edge of the fairgrounds as we cut. Further into the wedding grounds, with father, Andara. What are you doing at the moment, and what do you look like? Describe the character for everybody else.
Oh man. Fuck, I honestly forget what I said before. Probably right now, just a wedding grounds. I guess. Oh wait, no, yeah, the town fucking hates me. So, milling, just chilling. Nothing much to do. Waiting for the others. And physically, I literally got a picture. Can't find it.
Where's the document? Where's the document? I'm trying to find
No, it's not in the document.
Where's the document? No, hold on. I know. Fucking. Hold on. Where's the document? Where is it? Was it deleted?
Which one?
The one where Ken wrote everything that happened to everyone.
Oh.
Where is it? It's not in notes. It's not in notes. Where is it?
I can snag a link for you.
Soliloquy? No.
1 second.
Why did you write Sabin Rab's soliloquy in this fucking chat? Ken.
I didn't know. Did you
put it in the wrong...
You got Sabin Rab's soliloquy here? That's great.
No, this is the wrong one. I need the one Ken made. Ken.
I got it.
Oh, this is different.
No, that's the wrong fucking thing. I am sorry. Hold on.
The fuck is this? Oh, I see.
Thank God. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Did you want me to delete that?
What the fuck?
Yes, I was. God damn it, Ed.
I have my shit together.
How old everybody is. Okay, so yeah, start of the campaign. Your sister's 20. Brian and Andara are both 25. Morrigan, you're 20.
Yeah, no, he's Andara would be second. I guess future head of the family. So, I guess what's something important.
Despite being the third oldest by technicality, because you were born literally just a couple seconds after Brian, you're actually technically head of the family under your father, because your sister Feather is a woman, and Brian
Dear God.
And Brian's lucky he's not dead. Brian's lucky he's not dead. So you're technically
Brian is a shit disturber.
Shit disturber. So you're lucky that you are you're lucky that you are essentially de facto head of the family whenever your father needs to leave or do anything.
I guess, would he have a important position during the ceremony event? Anything?
Your job is running security and making sure that the fucking idiots do their jobs.
Okay, then he's doing that thing. But yeah, mostly he dressed in fine, but like very plain clothes. Stays very covered though. He's got like.
I think I have art that I did.
Yeah.
Of everyone.
Yeah, it's in character. You have a bunch of hero forges of all the characters.
Oh yeah, so there's Morgan.
That's different though, but yeah.
Leopold's. Andara's at the top with Doyle, who isn't here at the moment, but she's in jail, so that's fine.
Doyle?
That's all good people are. But yeah. Probably just finished telling someone off for slacking off.
Yes. His father walks over. Have you seen your brother? Any of them, honestly?
Not yet, no.
Damn it. I sent Leopold to go get your twin. I'm not going to have this event without all of my children here. I don't care about what Brian thinks he's too good for. He's going to be here with his family. Maybe seeing his sister get married or knock some sense into that boy.
I doubt it.
Agreed. But I have to do something. If I don't do anything, he's just going to wallow and grow further and further away from the rest of us.
Is that something to fight against?
Yes, boy. Family is the most important thing in anyone's lives. I don't care what he's done. He's still my son, still your brother. You should want him here. Seven, why does it sound like you're choking on a burrito?
I'm sick.
Are you throwing up back there?
No.
I'm clearing throat.
What?
Clearing throat.
Yeah.
No!
It
Yes!
is a sickness
Sorry.
that was developed because I had a breakdown for some fucking reason. It is mental. It is literally all mental.
Dude, I felt that.
Felt that.
I went to the
respect
doctor,
it.
like, yeah, you're not sick, your body's just stimulating it.
Have you ever been so depressed your body tries to like stop working?
Okay, I'm back.
Yes.
Every time.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Except Tuesdays.
Tuesdays. He says, I sent Leopold nearly 45 minutes ago to get Brian, and he's still not back. On top of that, I have not seen hair or head of Morrigan or Luk. Don't they realize how important today is? Don't they realize they all need to be here? Not to mention, your mother's cooked such amazing food. Your brother Leopold spent hours upon days picking some of the best produce the farms have to offer. A little gratitude would go your siblings a little pretty far, don't you think?
Copium.
Just nods.
By the way, how many passion points did we get?
5.
Okay, I'll put those in now.
Cool.
4 points in hate.
Real.
As he shakes his head. I can handle things here. Go find your siblings. I need everyone here before I hand off my oldest daughter. I'm nervous enough as it is.
That's a whoa, voice crack. Let's go. Fucking 18, man. Why is this shit still here? Come on. Yeah, he goes. He does the thing. Would that require a roll of any sort? Don't know, because
Well, make me a perception check.
I can do that. It is 2d8 plus modifiers.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna get you motherfuckers used to rolling dice.
Yes.
The exact same dice. D&D. Just roll the same thing forever.
Perception plus 4. Falling.
Gone wrong, gone sexual. They were not at that part of the game yet.
I'm talking about the dog.
Oh, we're not at that part of the game either.
You can fuck dogs in this game?
Unsane.
There's actually, okay, first of all, there are no dogs in Kavagatha, there are only wolves. Second,
Where the dogs at?
I'm done.
you were way too excited about the concept of dogs. Why is it every Canadian I know is a freak?
Real.
That's
We're
the
not-
point, Batman.
You get to deal
Where
with geese and
just
geese all
built
the time.
different, Patty.
Have you ever lived with a geese in your country? I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I did say a geese.
Geese.
They're all one single geese.
They're a singular, chaotic, evil entity.
Yes.
Okay, what did you
Literally just
end
Oh,
on?
got an 11.
11? Okay. So you notice as you're shifting through the crowd, a couple of people Now I'm just double checking. Your character's faith is you being a mage in the party, right? I was
Yeah.
double checking. You were one of the. You were the witch. That's right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say you probably know about as much as I won't make you make a roll for this. About as much about in the enforcers as Brian does. You see several clerics that you would recognize specifically due to their fucked up and scary like golden masks that they're wearing. As clerics of Aulis. Questioning some party goers, watching from afar. As that does not bode well. A family with about 50% mages is handing off the only other cleric of Luk-coo in the family to be married. Actually, the only actual cleric of Luk-coo in the family, being your father is also a mage. You know that these are dangerous people. However, like the enforcers have never been to town before. The enforcers have been to town before plenty of times. They've never figured out anyone in town's a mage. They never figured out you were a mage. They don't. You know that they don't have any way of specifically knowing that you're a mage. And because their faith is designed in a way where they're not allowed to give any mercy to someone they deem as guilty, you know that most Elysians want at least a reassuring amount of personal evidence so that they can personally know, so that their conscience is clear that somebody is a criminal before they make that choice. They aren't the normal kind of people to.
Because they're bounty hunters as well. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't do take someone alive bounties, but they also just genuinely a lot of Elysians aren't shitty people, so they want to make sure that the people that they're killing are that they deserve it and that they're actually guilty of the crime that they are being.
You deserve to be murdered.
Yeah, you deserve to be murdered. From a religious perspective.
Yeah.
So the fact that your father never had enough hard evidence of sitting around, a couple of enforcers have reasonably assumed that they might have been mages in town, but never been able to lock down who, and never been able to track it down to your family. So what this tells you is fucking mellow it out, chill, stay out of radar, be nice to these guys. Don't trigger an inquisition.
Yeah.
Because, if a full force of inquisitors came through town, there's not a whole lot that your family could do to avoid them.
Yeah.
You do, however, once you get to the edge, you see walking kind of into the wedding grounds is Locke and Morrigan. Morrigan definitely looks concerned. Is a nice way of putting it.
Yeah. I wonder why. But yeah, he will approach the Elysians. Gentlemen, is there anything specific you're after?
Gentlemen.
I'm a head of security here.
One of them turns. His mask is shaped, is molded to be shaped like the burlap sack that you put over a hangman's head, kind of like a scarecrow shape almost. A black hood cloaked over his head. He's wearing robes with armor over the top of it, jagged shapes, castle inlays, multiple heraldic sign like symbols on the cloth and armor. As he puts his a hand on his hip, kind of looking you up and down. Nothing in particular. You are.
Apologies, I'm hard of hearing. You'll have to speak up.
I said nothing in particular. And your name?
Andara Hycro.
Right. You're probably the mayor, right?
No?
Right. We're just doing routine inspections of all the towns in the countryside. The King of Baal has requested that we assure that there are no occultists hiding amongst his citizenry. I'm sure your father doesn't mind us investigating. We aren't intruding upon anyone's privacy, after all.
Of course.
We'll try to keep our questioning and our investigations brief. We don't want to interrupt the happy day.
Yes, and I thank you for it. Help yourselves to the catering. There's
Right.
pizza pockets.
I'll have to check it out. It looks wonderful.
I don't like this guy. This guy killed someone. So he'll move on. He'll I guess as he's the one with their attention, he'll try to keep their attention away from the people who they would not like.
Yeah, giving Morrigan and Locke a chance to get past them to go talk to Dad. As we phase from there for a moment, back into town. As
the city?
As Leopold, you're just sort of vibing, probably about 20 feet away.
Yep.
And Brian's just been watching these fucks. They have not been paying him much attention. They don't seem to have noticed that they're necessarily being watched. Brian, is there anything specific you're doing other than just like watching them?
I'm curious as to see like can I figure out who exactly is the higher up in their chain of command? What's the protocol that they're following for each house? You know that I heard that sometimes they go into houses, sometimes they don't. If I can figure out why they go into specific houses and stuff like that. Just kind of figuring out how they work from a distance.
Insight check.
Just going full see, insight?
Yeah.
Where is my insight? Insight. Okay, that's
your mom's house.
The fuck, bro?
You're cringe. Have you ever considered that?
Did not have to post that.
Alright.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out how they photoshopped that into being a thing. The human is that a human sea star? What the fuck?
Wait, I got
sorry.
Oh, wait. I got an 8 and a 1. Does that mean that I have to re-roll, or how does that work?
It just counts as an 8 because the 1 stops the 8 from exploding, but doesn't count by itself. So it's just an 8.
Alright, so 8 plus 5 is 14.
Okay. You know that at every house, you're a little too far away to overhear, but they seem to ask. They seem to wait till someone approaches. If nobody approaches, the largest of them, which based off body type you assume is an ogre, because he's far too large to be a regular human, will unapologetically kick the fucking door in, walk in for a few moments. The others wait outside. And then he walks back out and closes the door. Usually just kind of shaking his head they didn't find nothing. Every 10 or so houses, they walk over to a woman that, because she wasn't dressed nearly as elegantly or as flashily, wasn't immediately noticeable. But it is it's a woman a human woman with gray hair and kind of pale skin. She looks older, probably mid-50s, wearing chain armor with like a tabard of like a spider web design, kind of Spider-Man vibes going on with her armor. As they'll approach her, seemingly talk to her for a moment, and then move on to the next group of houses. You know that they're currently on the same group of houses as your house.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to one of the guys, or like even a group of them, preferably a group of them, that is like not checking on houses.
You hear your sister's last words to you before they left. Please don't start shit.
I hear that and I just start smiling and I continue on.
Roll
You're
to start
in
shit.
the fun and it's like, kill everyone. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Morrigan just gets like that feeling, like that sense of oh god, dread.
I'm just imagining your intrusive thoughts right now.
It's Brian time.
Alrighty. I walk up to him and
Hey there.
I'm
Brian
going
is the
to
husband.
be very charismatic, and I'm going to say, pardon me, I'm sorry. Hello, my name is Brian. I am, I was just watching you guys, and I'm very, very interested in if I could help in any way. I've always adored, what's the name of the god? Odysseus?
Oh shit, he got my stash, man.
Oh shit, guys! He's got a mustache. He must be evil.
Dear God.
What's the name of the
Olis. Oliss.
I've been so interested in the religion of Olis, and I've actually considered joining. I was wondering if I could aid in any way.
Roll me a diplomacy check. Actually, no, guile check, because you are lying off your fucking ass right now.
Hell yeah. That's a +9.
16.
Yabba dabba doo.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
You,
dude.
So
That
the
is
hours.
beautiful.
Using the charm.
Are you guys ready for the Morty level?
First combat encounter.
As before we line up what's about to happen. Leopold, you remember that your sister asked your brother not to start shit, right?
Yeah.
And your brother's starting shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Shit.
he walks over and he starts talking to a group of these guys, about 3 out of the group of 5, what you don't notice, what he does not notice, is that one of them is walking up behind him and is starting to draw their weapon.
About
Did neither of us notice?
No, you notice, Leopold.
Oh. If I notice, I'm gonna like stand up and start walking in, but like be like, hey guys, don't mind my brother. He's just a little off. Let me collect him. Trying to disrupt what's going on.
As soon as I see that, I turn around and I assume I notice the guy with the knife, right? The
Not
sword.
knife. He's literally drawing like the hand on sword, half drawn out, slowly starts like sliding it back in as the
I kind of look at him and then I look a bit past him and I kind of like swat at the air like I have some sort of mental disability.
As the one you guys assume is an ogre, but for clarity, you can't see any of their faces or any skin on these guys. Full armor, full face mask, full hood, no hair, skin, eyes, nothing. As he says, both of you of Tribe Hycro, right?
Yeah. That's us.
Come with us.
Oh, we got to get back to our dad. He's been expecting us. Can we go
didn't
check
ask.
with?
All right, sounds good.
Didn't ask.
All right.
As the one who was in the process of drawing a sword finishes drawing the sword as to put an exclamation mark on the end of that didn't ask. As it's
I dropped the act and I just like, okay. And I just walk with them.
Provide an idea into both of your heads as God beams something in the back. They're wearing full plate armor.
I'm not resisting.
That slows a motherfucker down.
I'm not resisting.
Stop resisting.
Resistance is useless.
Resistance is futile.
Leopold, are you going with them?
Okay. He starts chuckling and laughing.
I look over at him and then start like laughing as well, playing along. I'm sure whatever this problem is, we can all figure it out.
And then all of a sudden he'll like point behind him. It's like, what the hell is that?
I grab him by the shoulder.
Roll guile check, Leopold.
Guile, that's +6.
Please don't.
I grab him by the shoulder immediately to stop him from running, and I give him a look over at him like, trust me.
That's a 12.
I've got this.
What?
A 12, I think. Guile? Yeah.
Well, it didn't particularly matter. Brian puts his hands on you like if you were gonna try to run, he's like trying to like very clearly make it clear. Don't. I got a plan. Is like the look on his face. Now, to be fair,
I basically give you a look of if there was any time for you to trust me, it would be now.
Well, what he was going to do was try to push him down and run. But if you're signaling for him not to run, he's like, okay, what now?
I kind of look over and I say, well, might I ask what this is about? I feel as a lawman or a lawwoman, you should have, you should be able to at least give us a reason as to why you're taking us wherever you are taking us.
With the metal gauntlet flack you on the back, like not too hard, but like enough to make you shut up for a second, like flack you on the back of the head. Shut up and just walk.
Ruh-roh.
Very well, but I must point out that I am opposed to this, and I continue walking.
As they lead you to the just slightly outside of town at the like still along the northern road, like the southern road, where you find several carts for where there are like a good number of Elysians, probably like a good 20 sitting around, about several carts. A fire has been set up where a few of them are sitting down. These are the ones that seem to not be on shift at the moment. You also see several wooden cages, large cages, large enough, like not necessarily for an animal, makeshift prison cells, more likely. As you guys are thrown in, and you like there are like in the same cell is about 5 other just not directly related, but like distantly related Hycro, like citizens of the town, and some like random Farum
Just like a dude.
who is
Suppose now that we're in a cage and we're not able to harm you in any way, you would have the decency of explaining what is going on?
they close the cage, lock the cage, and walk away.
Ba-ba-ba-da.
I don't think this is good,
I just
bro.
kind of like start muttering under my breath. I'm gonna get you.
The Farum,
I'm happy
you gotta
to-
tell me what I damn did. I didn't do nothing, you damn dirty God-worshipping sons of bitches. I'm gonna burn your damn house down.
No.
That's what he did.
I look over at him and I say, "Are you done?"
Fuck you.
Ah.
I'm gonna
Mother hung herself.
As we shift to Morrigan and Locke,
Yes.
as you guys are finally able to make it, you saw that there were Elysians in the wedding grounds, but they are busy talking to your older brother.
Yes.
Another guy.
As you see father standing over next to like where the ceremony is going to be taking place. He is talking to some servants. You haven't seen him all day. This is the first time you've seen him all day.
Morrigan fucking beelines towards him.
Papa!
She is a woman on a mission, and that is to tell her father what the fuck is happening. So,
Yeah, do that.
yeah. So, is Locke doing anything else? Or?
Well, walk up to him and talk to him.
So, yeah, beeline straight towards him. A little bit out of breath, because she kind of sped walked, like, oh, we might have an issue. Also, hi. Also, we might have an issue. You see the,
Morrigan, calm down. Take a breath.
You're right. Sorry, just there's a lot going on.
You're right. There is a lot going on. What do you think I've been doing all day?
That is true. There are clerics of Olis going around the town.
What?
Now.
Of all
I
fucking times.
I left.
Rotten luck.
Yeah. I left. I think Leopold and Brian were still together last time.
You left Leopold in town?
In my defense, he's with Brian. That makes it so much worse.
You left Leopold in town? God damn it, bro.
I was a little bit more worried about the
It's really her idea. I had no involvement.
The Alyssa can be fooled and reasoned with. Your brothers are idiots. One of them is a well-meaning but generally unenthused drug addict, and the other one is Brian.
Dear God.
The,
Brian.
the town's crown reigning champion of bad choices.
I know.
You left them both at the same time.
I'm gonna type up and just say I had no involvement in this. This is all her fault.
In a town full of religious extremists.
Morgan gives Locke a withering glare.
I'm gonna. Can I just go and lie and just say like I had no involvement and this is all her fault?
Locke, get over here.
Yes, the father.
You saw Brian and Leopold.
Yes.
He
Where-
was there with me.
Yes.
In town?
Yeah.
And did Brian have that stupid I'm gonna start shit look on his face?
No.
He did. Yeah.
God,
No.
get your goddamn brothers.
No.
And don't start fucking anything. Don't talk to the Elysians. Don't look at the Elysians. Don't stand within 5 feet of one for more than a couple of seconds. Avoid. Fucking run across the rooftops if you have to. Do not draw attention to yourselves.
I'm just gonna reply with I'll stay here.
Morgan just like kind of like looks up to her halo and kind of just cringes a little bit.
Meanwhile,
Just
I'm
like
in a cage juggling 3 rocks and whistling.
I'm just gonna sit down in a chair and just like completely ignore everything that came up. Like, fuck you, I'm not part of this shit. That's a them problem, not a me problem.
He's like,
little-
this plant of yours is pretty shit.
Oh, trust me, it'll be fine.
Locke, I didn't
Trust.
ask you if you want to get involved. I told you to go get your brothers.
They're fine.
They are not fine. It's Brian and Leopold. If they're not already dead, they're not fine. There's only 2 states of existence right now: dead or not fine. Pick one.
sorry.
Both fall into the former.
Honestly, it's the event. Again, I'm not gonna fucking do that. I was about to go and say, hey, it'd be a benefit if you both just died. I'm not gonna say that. Sorry.
Yeah. Your father looked at you like, I fucking dare you to say something like that.
My character doesn't hate his siblings.
Locke?
I'm just reading the opinions of the father and mother on me.
Locke, let me.
I'm just gonna like reluctantly just sigh fine and get up from the chair.
Good.
You better pay me after. As I walk off.
Pay you by not throwing you through a fucking window.
You've already done that twice. You can do it a 3rd time.
I'm so sorry.
Be sorry. Fix it.
Under my breath as I walk away, I'm gonna just say asshole.
Ooh. The most dangerous game.
And Morgan,
Bazinga was good.
grab it.
Bazinga.
Grab Andara on the way out. Try to find your siblings in town too.
Andara.
Bethany and Carver should have been in town trying to get some things from the baker. They're probably trying to avoid the Elysians. If you can find them, that'd be great.
Andara was talking to the Elysians and you said to avoid them.
I mean, he's probably done by now.
Yeah, he's probably. If he's not done by now, just quickly walk over, say we need to borrow him for a second, and then fuck off before they notice anything.
Before they notice anything, of course.
She sort of like vaguely gestures to like
Simple as.
halo that just sort of exists, and she's like, I don't know what you want me to do.
Girl, you also have golden hair. You don't look like the rest of us. You made sure of that. Take that and make a good example of it, and by not looking like the rest of us and blending in with everyone else. I said, 7. I'll fucking slit your throat.
Do it, please, please.
Grant me a release.
Release me from my mortal shell.
How about instead I just steal your Wi-Fi?
No.
Then I don't have to fucking play cringe games.
Ooh.
Is Monkey still making you play Overwatch 2?
No, I never played Overwatch.
Good,
Oh, you
good,
never played Overwatch with me.
good. Don't play Overwatch, Monkey. It's a bad game.
I've stopped playing it.
Good, good,
Thank
good.
God. He's now playing Sekiro.
If I found out any of you are playing Overwatch, I'll come to your house. I'll live in your walls. I'll steal your food.
Not my
Live in my
walls.
walls, please. Please live in my walls. I need company. I feel alone.
What?
need
I don't know
company.
what you're talking about. Who plays Overwatch?
Not
Couldn't be
you,
me.
right, Ken?
Who, me? What?
Like this entire
I'm
chat.
surprised he hasn't made a TV show.
Okay,
Like,
Morrigan, what do you do?
your mom.
Dear God.
Perfect timing.
I don't think so.
She looks like she's okay. She definitely looks like she's like 5 seconds from just having a full panic attack. As she like kind of rushes like over to Andara.
And you are no longer talking to the Elysians, but you are like
Mhm.
on the other side of like a square of guests, kind of just watching them mingle
The
and talk.
quiches go over there. I don't know how many times I need to say it over there, not over here.
I'm sorry, sir. Sorry.
Andara, we have an issue. We have a huge issue, and yeah,
Brian?
we have a. Yeah, well, no, kind of. It's mostly my fault. It's entirely my fault.
According to who? Okay, what happened? Fuck.
You know how there are clerics of Eolus, sort of.
Yes.
Yeah, they're also in town, and they're like going from door to door.
Mhm.
I sort of maybe left Brian and Leopold in town together.
I see. You know, what happened specifically?
Well, I mean, I saw the overseeing clerics, and I kind of sped walked here because father needed to know, and so I sort of left them together. I don't know what happened, and knowing Brian with that, like, I'm gonna cause some shit trouble, grin on his face, and I fucked up,
I see.
and I need your help.
Let us go then. I don't. Fuck, sorry. My
Um,
throat's also stuffy. Let's go. Let's go then.
oh, okay.
Your
Yeah.
mother.
Allergies are in character.
Yeah, I got some meds for that.
Yes. Perfect time for an event in the pollen season.
Yeah, no, father's gonna absolutely kill me if anything happens to them. So you know.
Mm-hmm. The usual.
Yeah.
Locke, you had it in front of everybody else. Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Where's my dice? Here they are. 7, 5. What's my perception modifier? Let me look. A, B, C. Fucking on my alphabet in English. P. Perception, that's a -2.
Oh,
10.
10 total?
10 total, yes. Well, it's a 12 and then -2 for perception modifier.
Wait, hold on.
I rolled a 7 and a 5.
Oh, you didn't roll on. Okay, you didn't roll on.
No,
You had a few physical dice. Okay, my bad. I thought you were rolling on D&D on roll 20. Okay. You don't notice anything, but I'm gonna give the others a chance to roll perception as well as they like follow as you guys are heading kind of like down the hill back towards town, out of the woods. To have a bit of a height advantage over the rest of the town. And Dara, you make a roll. Perception.
Okay. I shall do such a thing.
Can I roll perception as well?
Ow.
Can I make a perception check as well to see if I can figure out what's going on with these guys in this camp?
Not yet.
I
Okay.
think one of us did better.
Damn. Okay. So, Morgan, you see something that does not make your anxiety get any better. Outside of town, just to the south, probably about 5 or 6 miles away from you guys at the moment, far down the hill, past town, you see a camp that was not there this morning, several carts, a lot of makeshift prison cells made of wood, and they seem to be leading people into those cells, and several of them are already full.
Oh, I might as well start digging my grave already.
What is it?
Does you see that camp?
I see.
Yeah, you'd see it if she reached out to you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Should we start walking?
Yeah, we should.
Get away.
Do we want to go get Bethany and Carver and or I mean,
TikTok, make your choice.
That's not to make a show of force against the.
okay.
Is it Olys? Yeah, Olysians. Fine.
Roughly how far away is the camp? Like, how long do you think it would take for us to get there?
20-ish minutes.
Even at a brisk pace, as in Morgan is maybe running just a little bit.
You might cut a couple minutes off, 18, 17 minutes.
At a brisk pace, I'm very much resigned to her fate. Morgan is just gonna walk to the camp.
As we cut back over to the 2 inmates.
They're not having sex.
Probably
No.
Probably mid-conversation about Leopold complaining about this plan being garbage.
Well, he's also offering the guards some edibles. Like, hey, man, have some good stuff. I made this myself.
Enjoy life.
I'm just kind of sitting back, and I am trying to perceive what the fuck is what's up with these guys? What's up with this camp at the moment?
Leopold, a guard takes your joint, crushes it in your hand, and then throws it on the ground, and then proceeds to continue to ignore you.
One of them guys.
Brian, roll me an insight check.
Alrighty. Insight. That is for me a +5. +5 and roll. 15.
Probably one of the better rolls of the fucking game so far. Okay.
At least for me. All right. What do I see?
Your mom.
You see,
Stop.
I'm not going to go into the full description at the moment, but World War II Japanese internment camp is the vibe you're getting. And almost everyone that they're throwing in cells are people who fall into one of four categories. A Hycro, someone you know is a mage, someone who gives off magey vibes, or someone who is like an obstinate criminal. Like the kind of people that have like gotten out of jail a few times already.
Okay, so they're doing a purge. So this has just become a bit more dangerous than I had initially predicted. Okay.
In the cell next to you guys, you hear thrown in, hey, hands off my sister, ow, as tossed into the cell right next to you are your youngest siblings, Bethany and Carver.
Sneeze.
Carver, don't talk to them like that. They can't just lay their fucking hands on you however they want. Well, clearly, I guess they can. Oh, would you look who it is?
It isn't the usual suspects.
Bethany kind of looks at you like, I'm not surprised.
I'm not paying attention to them whatsoever. I'm just kind of stroking my goatee and like looking around, trying to figure out. I'm trying to look at like any and all exit points. I'm planning.
Hey, Brian. Hey, Brian.
What?
You want to do get help?
What? What did you say?
He said, "Do you want to do get help?"
I kind of I look at you for a moment.
Get help does sound like it would be kind of funny, but you're not sure if it would work.
And I get like a bit of a smirk and I say, "You've given me an idea." Okay. And I just kind of, that's all I say, and I just look back and just kind of start looking around. And I just basically start looking around. As
we shift momentarily back up the hill, as you guys are almost down the hill, you know, a couple minutes away, starting to kind of sneak a little bit so that you're not spotted immediately by the Elysians.
Did my check be able to see those?
Yeah, give me a sec. As Morrigan.
Well, are we trying to sneak?
I'll just moving slower. You guys don't need to make a stealth check yet. All five of you, regardless of whether you're in a cell or not in a cell at this very moment, notice that at the top of the hill, behind the tree line, in the meadow, what appears, you hear the sound of shouting, followed by the very distinct, especially for Luk and Andara, the very distinct sound of combat. And the screams of of not combat people.
Fuck.
Should we hasten our pace? Be start jogging.
And if you guys are continuing to head down the path toward down the hill towards the camp, I am going to need a stealth check from you guys, and that stealth check will be.
Are we sneaking?
Yeah, if you're sneaking,
Hold on. Stealth is not something I'm good at. Take a -5. Is it hiding rolls? Is stealth like hiding rolls? Is the question.
Is it what?
Is stealth considered a hiding roll?
Yeah, you take negative to pretty much any kind of stuff.
Okay.
Now you can take 1 hit point of damage to suppress the halo.
Ouch.
Can I unsuppress it at any time?
Yeah, you can suppress it. It just takes you take damage by doing so.
Where's my health? I will take 1 point of damage to not have that big ass negative modifier. So it's a 3. Health is my passion. That is a 14.
Oh, I should also.
A 14. Okay.
-2. That's good. That's my highest roll. 12.
Okay. 7.
Another 10.
A 10. Damn.
Do I see him?
You guys can roll perception.
2d8, right?
2d8 plus whatever. Hold on.
Yeah. I got a 5 and a 5. And it's a plus 0.
Oh, plus yeah. Okay, yeah. So yeah. Both. Both Brian and Leopold can roll perception to see that the fam is sneaking up.
Perception. Let me see.
Yeah, I got a 5 and a 1.
Do you have a bonus to perception?
+6.
Oh, then yeah, you. That's a total of 11. So. Oh yeah, 11, and then Monkey got a
1 and an 8, so the 2 doesn't count. So it's
so
just
it's a 10. You got 10 total. So that's you guys both see you both see Locke. You only see Locke, who is clearly doing a very shit job trying to like hide behind some rocks. He's doing the Kronk thing, where it's like he like is behind, like barely hidden behind a tree, and then like tiptoes while like humming a theme song, and then like barely hides behind a rock.
I see that, and
Very sorry, but dinner calls. I should be
Fuck,
back in
bro.
like 20 minutes though.
fuck, we're in a tough spot. I immediately look over at Leopold and I say, and I'm just going to like lean down, and I'm just going to like kind of inconspicuously try and whisper to him, "When I snap my fingers, you start doing get help. Start acting like in pain.
Oh, you okay? And you yell it when
And-
you're ready.
I'll just snap my fingers. And I get up and I walk up to the cage and I just grab the wooden bars and I just start shaking it. And they just say, "Hey, hey!"
Stop.
Trying to get people's attention. I'm being
flopping around like a fish.
I'm trying to get the guards' attention. I'm being very aggressive about this. Just like, "Hey, hey!"
Violated the law.
Roll me a guile check. Don't roll double ones this time.
I believe it's +9 for my guile. Actually, could I how does like inconspicuously casting stuff work?
As a Dominus, you don't need any hand gestures. You just need eye contact.
Never mind, it only affects my insight and meditation, so it doesn't affect the guile. Yeah, that's just alright, so that's I roll the +9. Please don't roll shit. Let's go! 26!
Jesus. As one of them runs, what languages do you speak?
Oh, fuck off. I haven't picked my languages. In terms of languages known, I put 2 points into languages known, and I have 3 points in academics, so I should know Pelganese, which is the human language, as well as 2 additional languages of my choice, correct?
Yes.
So I'll just be speaking in Pelganese because I haven't picked my other languages yet, so I'll go through that with you after session.
Okay. One of the Elysians responds to another one in Aharamazdian, which we'll assume at the moment you don't speak. Which is basically celestial. And he runs over, and the other one kind of throws him the keys and also responds in celestial as well. It's this kind of Arabic sounding language that you don't like, that you're not quite sure exactly what they're saying, but one of them sounds a little panicked by it. As in back in Pelganese, right. Can't have any of you injured. Can't have any of you sick.
No. This isn't what I'm talking about.
What he's laying on the ground right there. Let me get to him. As he's like fumbling with.
I haven't snapped my fingers yet.
I thought you did right before.
Yeah, I thought you said you snapped. Never mind.
Nope,
Okay.
I haven't snapped my fingers. I'm just banging on the bars aggressively.
Okay, then I'm still waiting on the signal. Sorry.
Oh, well then the reaction would have been very different. Then I apologize. One of them just would have looked over and kind of looked back at the other guard and just shrugged and walked over.
How many guards are there, by the way?
There's 23 dudes in this camp.
Okay. All right.
They all are dressed in Elysian garb. The only one who isn't is something that fucking terrifying to look at, which is a large, vaguely anthropomorphic, and by that I mean kind of centaur body design, spider.
Oh.
8.5 feet tall.
Spider furry?
Yes. Yeah, a giant spider.
Spider furry?
But vaguely humanoid spider. What if any of you play WoW, the Nerubians?
I basically look at him. I look at the guy who's come up to the cage and I say,
"What's wrong?"
I can help you, but I want out of this cage.
You can't help. You can help by staying
Are
in.
you sure about that? I could make your search so much easier. I know of a quite powerful mage in town right now. But I only help if I get out.
See, that's going to be a problem. As he reaches through the bar and like grabs like the cuff, like the collar of your shirt, and like slams your face against the bar. Like not
I stay there, like looking right at him.
As he looks down at you with his frightening golden mask, looks kind of like an Oni mask. As he says, "We're not just here for mages. You think this is about mages?"
Yes, it is. And I know one that will cause you quite a lot of trouble if you continue. I'd be doing you a service. So, do you want more of your men to die? Or do you want to medicate that? Their lives are in your hands now.
You know, he's kind of got a point there. I'd kind of listen to him.
Then the creepy fucking spider clicks over, just clack, 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 like little sharp, like spider legs against stone, looking down at you. Giant wolf spider looking like not a wolf spider, like an ogre spider. If you've ever seen the ogre spiders, looking right at you, and in their mouth parts barely moving. It's clearly difficult for them to speak properly, but you hear in Pelganese, they say, "You are mistaken. Our purpose here is not mate hunting, although it is affiliated with the sin of magic. The enforcers have gone to war with the god Hycro. With the god Luk-coo. You're the god who runs this town, the only temple in the community, the mayor's faith, your tribe's patron. He is dead now. And soon, so will all of you. We are purging the memory of Luk-coo. All of his churches are gone. All of his creations are gone. This is not a religious obligation to hunt mages. We will find whatever powerful mage you speak of later. For now, you just sit tight. You will die soon enough."
I'm not even looking at him. I'm staring at the guy who's still got my collar. And after he's done saying that, I turn up to him and look at him. That's pretty bold talk coming from a dead man. 'Cause trust me, this wizard, he will not flinch at disintegrating this meager band. I know him. He's an old friend of mine. He made the mistake of revealing his powers to me. And even trying to teach it to me. But now, if it gets me out, I don't care. At least give me a chance to run. 'Cause if not, I'll just find a way to break out of this cage after you're all dead. Keep in mind, I got a 26, so I am looking at this man with the utmost fucking assurance that this guy is dead.
Yeah, he's looking kind of concerned. Well, you can't tell what he looks like because he's wearing the mask. You have no idea like the face he's got, but he looks over at the spider, who is just there's no emotion on a spider's face as the spider looks at you and says, and then looks over to the guard. Move them up. Right. Moving him up the list. As he lets go of your shirt, causing you to kind of like fall back a little bit.
I'm just like holding onto the bars the whole time, so I just don't fall back at all. I am holding my ground against these guys.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.